It just won't stop. Please, no more snowing. I hate snow. Hello everyone, it is Thursday, January 20th. One day until payday. One day until payday. Today is Ono Day. Ono looks like he's saying, no wait, guys, don't do that. Stop it. Wait, stop. I didn't mean it that way. So yesterday I was talking about fads that come and go in my own personal life. I am currently in one of those fads. Actually, I'm in like 15 of those fads. But specifically, I'd like to talk about one today. It's my Japanese music other than Arashi fad. What happens in this fad is I start a massive download of all the artists that aren't Johnny's for one. But they're the ones that I particularly like and need to update my library of music with their newer stuff. Because I really need to catch up. I am so behind. I'm also behind on dramas, but we're not going to talk about that. But I do want to mention some artists that I think you should listen to because they're really good and they're not too well known, especially in America. And it's also really good to know this if you're thinking of studying abroad or if you're thinking of becoming a jet and doing the ALT thing, because if you know these bands, your students go nuts and they love you. One of my favorite bands is called Flumpool. What is Flumpool? The question itself is actually a title to their CD, which you should listen to it to find out what they are. Although if you want to just look at some of their songs on YouTube, I highly recommend Over the Rain or Kimi ni Todoke. Another good band is Radwimps. I love their song Order Made, and so does everyone else in Japan. And you will too. And alas, one of the most underestimated artists in my whole collection is Kimeru, my little Kimehime-chan. I first discovered who Kimeru was while watching Prince of Tennis with my sister. He sings the first two theme songs to Prince of Tennis, You Got Game and Make You Free. But one of my favorite Kime songs is probably Love Bites or Stand Up. So check out Kimeru. Also, he did acting in the Prince of Tennis musicals as Fuji and sometimes Echizen, and it was really flippin' hilarious. You totally need to watch it. Oh, also look up Calafina. They are amazing. I could go on and on, but I'm not going to drag on about all the bands that I love. Because I have 400 Japanese artists on my computer alone. Just Japanese, over 400! But here are a few others that I recommend. Research of finding new songs and things, I have come to understand that a lot of Japanese artists like to use the same title. I can't tell you how many bands have the same titles for their songs. And the weirder thing is that they come out at around the same time. So I mentioned Flumpool and they came out with Kimi ni Todoke, which is actually for the theme song to the movie Kimi ni Todoke because it's based off the anime. But just this morning on the news, they talked of another singer who also had a song called Kimi ni Todoke. And then I looked up and found there's like 15 bajillion people who have a song called Kimi ni Todoke. So I literally went through my entire library, which took forever, and found out how many artists on my playlist have the same title of a song. I actually have to use my list and read them to you because I can't memorize them all. So there's Ai no Uta, Ayumi. Who the hell is Ayumi? Everybody is singing about this chick named Ayumi. Beautiful Life, Believe, Black Cherry. What is everyone's obsession with black cherries? Fantasy, Flower, and that's not also counting the word Hana because some people write it flower and some are doing it Hana, but both words was a ridiculous amount of singers. Freedom, Friends, Gecko, Gift, Hanabi, Harukaze, Himawari. Himawari is sunflowers, and everybody loves sunflowers apparently. Kizuna, Kokohaku, Liar, Message, Monochrome, My Generation, My Way, Niji, Once Again, Orion, Over, Rain, Rainbow, Road, Romance, Sakura, Seventh Heaven, Time Capsule, Tobira, Vanity, Why, Winding Road, Wish, Yokogawa, Your Sound, Siren, Signal, Love Train, Stay Gold. Everyone had Stay Gold. Love is ... Spiral, Hikari, Haruka. Who the hell is Haruka? Everyone's always singing about Haruka. What is the big deal? Who is she and why do we need to sing about her? But that's just a small portion. Why are there so many? It's just kind of crazy to me. Anyway, to confirm on that time difference, we are 16 hours ahead of you. You are 16 hours behind us. So basically what you do when you look at your clock is you go 4 hours ahead for you and switch the time of day to either night or day, depending on what you are. But I know it's 16 hours because I'm from Colorado, so I have to know when I can call my friends and family who live in Colorado. I also have to know when I can call my friends' family in Minnesota, and also Maryland, and a lot of places actually. But it is 15 hours. If it was 13 hours, you would be on the eastern coast of the US, but only during half the year for daylight savings. So I'm sorry to say this, but your professor is wrong. And that's okay. Professors are allowed to be wrong sometimes. But clear? Really quickly, I have one thing that I really want to talk to you about. Facebook pet Peeves. I was on Facebook today and one of my friends posted a bunch of photos. I love it when my friends post photos of like when they go on trips and stuff. It's really great. But there are two things when posting Facebook photos that I hate. Number one is when you don't filter your photos. Like you take a bunch of photos and sometimes when you take a photo, it's like, oh, it's kind of blurry, I'll take it again and then it's better. When you put both of those photos up, that annoys the crap out of me. It doesn't take that long. When you look through them and just go, oh, that was a bad one, that was a bad one, just hit the delete button. Not a big deal. The next one is captions. When you don't put them up. I don't know what I'm looking at when you don't put a caption up. I really like captions, especially witty captions. So even if it's like saying this is something something river, that would be nice, just to know that it's not just some river, but it's meaningful and that it's not a pointless photo that I'm looking at. So that's like my number one Facebook pet peeve. I won't even go into people like poking each other or having really bad English on their statuses, but I will say when you make a status that is completely pointless and there's no reason for you to have posted that, it annoys me. Like when you post on Facebook, I'm bored. I don't know what to write in my status. Don't write that. Don't write anything. Just move on with your life and get off Facebook. So that's all the time I have for today. Why don't you shoot me down your Facebook pet peeves and we can whine together about Facebook. Everyone, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm also...